Reviving the Vedic Culture of Yajna by Dr. Pranav Pandya, disciple of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharyaji. Audio 4. The Lost Links of the Super Science of Yajna. It is said that whatever time, labor, wealth, and other resources is spent in completing a yajna never goes waste. It is like a deposit in the bank of gods that is refunded with huge interests at the right time. Yajnas performed adeptly under due disciplines are more significant. They could work like divine tools and arrows to accomplish specific targets that were otherwise beyond reach. In the times of yore, yajnas used to ensure desired amount of rains. The warriors used to triumph over enemies' attack after specific yajnas. Higher level yajnas were the source of self-realization and spiritual illumination for the yogis. The Vedas term yajnas as kamaduk, which removes all adversities and obstacles and fulfills all desires. The annals of Indian history inscribed in the Purans have ample examples depicting this miraculous facet of the science of yajna. There is a mention of Putra Yashti yajnas for having sons. Those not having any issues used to be blessed by healthy child by this yajna. Those having children also used to do this yajna to have child endowed with distinct talents and valor. King Dashrath had performed the Putra Yashti yajna under the brilliant guidance of Rishi Shringi and was blessed by 4 beatified sons, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna. The Bhagavad Puran cites similar endeavor of King Chitraketu, who also was blessed by a glorious child by the effect of this yajna, as per Maharishi Angira's advice. Draupadi, the daughter of King Drupad, was also born after yajna. The 6 Kratikas who looked after Dev Kartikeya were manifested from 6 flames of Yajna-Agni. Kartikeya alone had defeated all the demons who were indomitable by all other Devtas. Bhagwan Manu and his wife, Queen Shatrupa, had an urge to give birth to divine incarnation, have God in their lap as a little child. They endeavored a long yajna for this purpose. Their spiritually enlightened daughter Ila was the Purohit, meaning guide of this yajna. Lord Brahma, the eternal creator, is described in the holy scriptures to have gathered the absolute knowledge, potentials and means for the cosmic creation and manifestation of nature with the help of Gayatri Sadhana and Yajna. The medicinal effects of yajna are also amazing. As per his own experimental research, Javan Rishi had conducted a grand yajna in his old age to cure his blindness and regain the vigor of youth. He obtained a rare herbal pulp from this yajna. Eating this tonic gradually turned him young with sharp vision. One chapter of Gayatri Tantra introduces large number of yajnas, meaning havans, with specific herbal medicines for specific effects. When King Parikshit died of the bite of Takshak snake, his son Janmejay arranged a Sarp yajna in revenge. The Purans describe the tragic and unbelievable effect of this Sarp yajna, which pulled the snakes from all directions and distances by an invisible force and triggered their self-sacrificing fire. Takshak, the king of snakes, was somehow protected by the intervention and supernatural power of Lord Indra. Mahabali had performed long series of rare yajnas and had become the most powerful king of the universe. King Nahusha is described to have once won the heaven's throne from Lord Indra by the supreme effects of yajna. Shukracharya was the guru of the asuras, demons and dreaded giants. He used to conduct different kinds of tantric yajnas to empower his disciples with supernormal might. The monkey king Bali of Kishkinda had acquired rare boons from yajna. Even Lord Ram could not have defeated him in a frontal attack. He had therefore targeted his arrows on Bali from behind the palm trees. The above sample of scriptural citations indicates that the science of yajna had indeed reached astonishing development that could provide miraculous effects and practically fulfill all wishes in times of yore. The intricacies and details of this super science were shrouded in the mist of antiquity in the later ages and now seem to be lost forever. There is a need for rigorous research on the same in new scientific light. It may not be feasible to experiment on its esoteric and supernatural facets that rather appear mythological to the scientific community today. Still, there is a lot of scope for investigating its faculties associated with perceivable effects in the physical world, in the psychological treatment, and spiritual enlightenment. Environmental purification, safe and viable cure of rare diseases and psychosomatic disorders, an overall refinement of personality and of the social trends are among the promising applications of yajna that should be researched systematically as new scientific experiments. The research carried out in well-equipped yagyashala and laboratories at the Brahmavarchas Research Center of Shantikunj, Haridwar, India, have shown fruitful results and definite directions in this regard. Purification of environment by yajna. Purification of air is a prominent physiochemical effect of yajna. Little dumping moisture and filth or stinking in or around the house is sufficient for growth of germs. The air circulation in our houses and regular cleansing of the same is therefore essential. Use of pesticides is harmful as it bears the negative effects of our inhaling the toxins. The harmless use of burning incense sticks or dry powders of guggul, camphor, etc. is quite well known for this purpose. Inflaming mixes of jaggery, sugar and pure ghee made up of cow's milk also has good effect on destroying or repelling germs and insects. Kindling the deepak of pure ghee also renders such cleansing. Dry leaves of neem are fumed to remove germs and insects from within the house and from the surroundings. It is especially used for cleansing of filthy, wet air around seepage or dirt that nurtures malaria and risks epidemics. In normal course, bright sun rays serve the purpose of eliminating the germs and insects and also provide the soothing dose of vitamin D to our skin. Keeping the windows open and drying up the clothes, mattresses and bed sheets, etc. is very helpful in the houses which have open space around and get substantial sunlight. The fragrance, vapors and fumes generated by yajna effectuate multiple positive effects of the above kinds. These also have extra medicinal and strengthening benefits of sublimation of healthy constituents in the Havan Samagri. The heat of Yagyagni lightens and expands the surrounding air after purification. The latter moves upwards and is spread around in wider areas. New layer of air comes from the below and goes through the same cycle of purification. Yagya thus continues generating more and more pure air for larger and larger space around. The potency of the herbs and other healthy substances amplifies million times after sublimation in Yagya, and these also reach miles ahead in the space with the spreading vapors and fumes of Yagya. Most importantly, these not only destroy the germs but also eliminate the toxic particles and pollutants. The inspiration of Yagya smoke on clouds goes deep in the earth with the rainwater and serves the dual purpose of eradication and worms and germs and nurturing the soil with healthy substances. The Yagya vapors clustered on clouds are also showered on the rivers and ponds and purify and enrich the water resources with vital elements. Thus, the smoke of Yagyagni proves to have excellent purifying, nourishing and medicinal effect on the air as well as on soil and water. Notably, it risks no side effects and no perturbation of ecological harmony. The relevance and need of grand-scale yagyas augments more in the present circumstances when every component of nature is critically polluted. The toxic smoke continuously erupting from the chimneys of heavy factories, the ever-increasing volumes of poisonous gases and particles released by the flow of automobiles on every road of the world, by the rising aircrafts in the space, etc., have polluted the Earth's atmosphere so much that we hardly get any fresh air to breathe. The rising levels of carbon, lead, and other respiratory toxic particles are enhancing the instances of coronary, renal, and other kinds of diseases. The situation is severe in the metro cities where the suffocating and polluted atmosphere is adding to psychosomatic disorders. Larger proportions of residents here are living in a half-mad, weak or sick state of mind and body. Experts infer if the air pollution is not controlled, soon there will be no warbling of birds in the morning, as they would have either died or would find it difficult to open their mouth in poisonous air. The single-tracked, machine-based, luxury-oriented civilization has also led to scarcity and pollution of water and fertile soil along with that of air, and has thus placed the world under the threat of gradual extinction. Polluted air has ruptured the protecting ozone layer and is also inviting acid rains together with harmful radiation. Paucity of drinking water is another frightening challenge before the global population. Cultivable land is fast losing its fertility. The reduced vital capacity of plants and trees is multiplying to the malnutrition of the living beings on the earth. The potency and quality of fruits, vegetables, and grains produced with the help of synthetic fertilizers is substandard and detrimental in many respects. Billions of dollars are being spent on gigantic pollution controlling projects worldwide but with no satisfactory effect. Yajna provides an effective, eco-friendly economic alternative in this respect. The sublimated herbs in the fumes and vapors of yajna counter the toxins in air at an amazingly rapid rate and benefit all humans, birds, animals, trees, and plants that inhale them through respiration and skin pores. As described earlier, the same energized and medicinal effects reach the soil and water resources through the showers of clouds. Apart from purifying the soil and water, these also augment the fertility of land and vitality of the vegetation and other crops on it. Scientific experiments in this regard have given encouraging results and shown yajna as a promising means of climating global pollution with viable, healthy effects.